Georgette Latrice Diggs, known as Treese to her family, was a quiet 23-year-old woman raising her three small daughters in her East Park Manor apartment on Howell Street in Muskegon Heights, Michigan. On October 24th of 2002, what was supposed to be a typical morning in the Diggs residence was broken up by a little girl's piercing scream. 6-year-old Chardonnay Williams, daughter of Georgette, ran across the street to her grandmother's residence screaming that her mother had a knife in her neck and there was blood all over the floor. Edith Oakes, Georgette's mother, quickly ran across the street, entered the apartment, and found her daughter on the floor, covered in blood, her coffee cup slipping from her hand and shattering onto the floor. By the time 911 was called and paramedics arrived, there was nothing that could be done. Not only was Georgette stabbed to death, but she was also strangled. 20 years has almost passed by in this case with no resolution. The person responsible for this crime left to be free, walking amongst the public. Someone possibly watching has the key to help solving this case. Perhaps that person is you. No, it's right there. Right, that's right where she was murdered. It was 587 House Street, apartment C, right where that barbecue is.
No,
next to it, right there. Currently, right now, we are at the Mona View Cemetery in Muskegon Heights, Michigan, and I got a special guest with me.
it is I, from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, Treasure Troller.
Yeah, so we got Treasure Troller. I met up with him for dinner, and, you know, he had to go to work. I had to get going, but I wanted to do a vlog with him. So we had dinner, and we're kind of discussing, like, maybe a quick story that we can do. So we're looking online about unsolved murders in the area, and we found one about Georgette Diggs. So we say, okay, we found where she was murdered at. We could not find her grave online. But I remember coming to this cemetery a couple of years back, and I said, this cemetery is very close to where she lived, where she was murdered. Let's go to the cemetery. So we're driving around, and I see this guy. I said, hey, man, did you know who Georgette Diggs was? He said he knows the story, but did not know her. So I said, okay, drop me off right there. That's where he parked. He parked right about there. I said, drop me off. I'm going to start a live stream, and then I'll look for her grave as I live stream. As soon as I started my live stream, I looked to my right, and what did I tell you?
You found the grave.
I was so shocked, and I said, hey, Treasure Troller, she's right next to me.
It's just amazing. I'm almost speechless. If he would pan the cemetery and show you how many graves are in here, this is a Muskegon cemetery, and to just pick this cemetery at random.
Yeah, I mean, Muskegon is not a big city, but there's a lot of graves here. I would say there's at least 40,000 graves.
And just to say, I want to get out and look, park here.
Right, I said, park right here. Let me get out. I just walked right here. I wasn't even looking. I went to start the live stream, and she was right there.
I mean, I find it so hard to believe, because I remember the last vlog I did, the Janet Chandler vlog, and I went to that cemetery 3 or 4 times looking for her grave, and I was actually parked next to it 2 or 3 times, and it was just a row back. It was right there. You could see it from the road, and to just walk up on this one is just amazing.
Yeah, and the sun is going down, so we got about an hour of sunlight left, if that. And this poor girl, her murder has been unsolved for going on 20 years. It's been 19 years.
Some of those Muskegon World Star videos from Muskegon, it's basically the same, I don't want to say project, but apartment complex that Georgette lived in.
That's a very bad neighborhood that we drove in. And when I told you to turn around, that I was going to show the apartment, and you were like, hey, well, be careful, don't show those people, because I didn't want them yelling in the video, don't film me. I kind of get that sometimes.
drug deal stopped traffic.
Yeah, and yeah, a drug dealer. We had to wait for a drug deal to be finished. So that kind of tells you what kind of neighborhood that was. Very just, yeah. But anyways, I just want to bring light to this case, and I found it really odd how I'm standing here with my phone starting a live stream, and she was right there. So I'm going to leave the phone number at the end of the video for the Muskegon Heights Police Department. If anybody has any information, please call that number. It's going to be on your screen. Now, thank you for watching. Catch up with you later.
We do a lot of these unsolved videos, and just one time I'd really like one of them to pan out when they bring someone to justice.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Catch up with you later. Peace.